Why am I an atheist? Usually in response to this question, I would say, why are you a Christian, or why are you a Muslim, or a Jew or a Hindu? But in this case, I think I will answer it based upon exactly why I shook off Christianity. I shook it off when I was about 12 in my mind, and I've been open about it since about 2 years ago. As far as my soul or conscious, used as synonyms, go, after examining every one of the major religions, I find myself noticing one peculiar fact. All of them claim to be true and claim others to be false, aside from Buddhism, in one way or another. Whether it's an argument over prophets, as it is between Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, or an argument over whose God is real, they all state with 100% fervor that their dogma and rites are the only true way, while condemning others. I truly think that if the Greek gods and goddesses caught on more than the Middle Eastern dogmas did, then the majority of people in America would be Zeustians or Apollostians. The only reason this did not occur is because Yahweh or Jehovah or Raphael or Allah or one of the many other names for the Christian, Islamic, and Jewish God is because, as stated in their holy books, there's a vague sensibility as to its power other than that of a creator. Therefore, this God becomes a God of the gaps, which means in the basic sense, everything we do not know yet is attributed to this God. Yet the gaps have been closing rather fast these days, and it is fallacious to attribute it to that, especially in concurrence with how irrelevant it is to what could have actually happened. But really it comes down to faith. Faith by definition is believing unquestioningly and without doubt. But to the misinformed unhappiness of others, I have always lacked the virtue of uninquisitiveness, and I doubt things not because I'm a party pooper, but because they don't always make sense. I do not know 100% if there is or is not a God. I am somewhat sure that there isn't due to a lack of proof. But if there is, there's no indication that it would be your God or anyone else's for that matter. I do not think that if it were somehow a God, if there somehow were a God, that it would punish me in the afterlife it constructed for using the mind it supposedly gave me to the best of my ability. If that were indeed the case, that it made an afterlife, and that it even existed. But all the evidence indeed points to saying that this is not the case, and that the case really has no relevance to the existence of a God at all. Really, the reason why I became an atheist is not because I tend to think differently than someone who is religious, but that I tend to think.